So
Thank you for joining
Jantab, I have to get
Your
back
journey
to
is
the
actually
thing.
very
Instagram content inspires thousands with blend of fashion, lifestyle, and Welcome to another episode of Dollar Dreams podcast with me, your host Neha Saxena. Today I'm thrilled to have with me a very special guest today. He has mastered the art of being a techie, but also finding a way to express his creativity and art from. He's multi-talented, multifaceted, and can't wait to dive into his story. Since 2009, he has made waves as a professional model, dancer, and influencer. He has graced the pages of magazines like Volant and Malvi, walking the runways of Vancouver, Toronto, and African Fashion Week. And he has also starred in ad campaigns for Calgary Tourism, Taco Time Canada, and more. He's trained in contemporary salsa and ballet. He is now exploring Indian classical dance. And his Instagram content inspires thousands with blend of fashion, lifestyle, and positivity. Please welcome Suvojit Mukherjee, also known as Neil among his friends. Thank you for joining us today. Your journey is actually very unique and inspiring. We don't meet many techies who have also forayed into modeling, acting, dancing, and much more. So I'm really looking forward to diving into your story. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you. And I'm excited to be here.
Tell me about what made you come to Canada, Calgary. Let's start there.
Okay, actually, I didn't have plans to come here. It's my mom who inspired me always to come here. And I have seen my friends coming over here. So I was kind of looking for something. For higher studies actually. I was looking in India and abroad both because my mom was interested in me becoming doing a master's or something because my mom, dad, my sister, everyone is masters, so they wanted me to do a master's as well.
And what was your bachelor's in?
Computer science and engineering.
Okay, and you are from Kolkata in India?
Yes, I'm from Kolkata.
Nice.
But I have spent considerable amount of life in Delhi.
In Delhi as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So so I was looking for something, and actually I had experience in dance. So I wanted to combine these two things, like dance and computer science together, and do something with this. So I started applying in universities I had a research plan of creating a software which would help people to learn dance. So I started applying with 2 universities with that plan, and I got in a couple of universities as well. I got in York University, and the other one was University of Calgary. The problem was that in York University I was not getting the scholarship, but here I got the full scholarship, so I just went with it.
And what was your subject here? Were you able to do something with computer and dance?
Yes, my subject was computational media design, masters in computational media design, and it had both computer science and dance. So my research paper was also on both of these things. I had to take courses in dance as well as I had to take courses in computer science. So after that combination, I could create the software. And that was my research about.
Like, is that software still there? Like, is it still used by anybody yet, or there's some plans for it?
I cannot use that software. It is actually University of Calgary has patent on it, so it's there on their website. If you search by my name, then it will come.
Oh, nice.
So I cannot use that as commercial purpose, but it's there.
It's there.
It's
Okay.
there.
Before that, like, what was your upbringing like as a because I know in Bengali families education is important, but equally important is all the cultural things. They will definitely train in classical music, dance, some or the other art form. I really appreciate about the culture there. What was your upbringing, and who influenced you to try all these various things? Because I came to know from your friends that you also play guitar, you also sing songs, so you are really multi-talented.
Yeah, actually singing runs in my family. My mom and dad both are classically trained. So they used to pursue that till I was born, for longer time. So yeah, they put me in some singing tuitions and painting classes. So every Bengali student goes there, singing tuition and a painting class. So they put me there, and after that I learned guitar as well. So yeah, I'm just combining all of these things as and keeping them as hobby right now.
How was your college life? Where did you go to college in India?
In India, I went to Techno India in Kolkata.
In Kolkata.
Yeah.
And did you like continue to do dancing and any other art form there in the college?
Yes, I did dancing in college, but not very extensively because we had to study a lot as well. Uh, but after college, I explored more into that. Like I was getting training then that time as well, but I could like actually I started performing more after college. Like in college also I performed, but not to that
Not to
extent.
that extent.
Yeah.
And then, so you got full scholarship. You came to Calgary and you started your masters here, University of Calgary. And then what happened? Like, what was your first impression of Calgary? Because it's a big change, climate-wise also, and also coming from big city. Because Calgary is not as big city as Kolkata or Delhi. So, what was your first impression, and what was it like during the early days?
Yeah, so I came in September, so it was definitely cold, and it was in 2019. So
So
like
just around pandemic,
yeah, before pandemic, just before
just
pandemic.
before pandemic, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it was cold. It started snowing from September only that time, and that time it was like everyone was saying that Calgary is so depressing and everything. So yeah, but I didn't feel that much depressed because maybe I was staying with friends or something like that. But yeah, definitely I felt the cold, and I felt actually compared to other cities, the vibe is not that lively sometimes, except on weekends. Yeah.
But were you living in the campus or around campus?
Yeah, I was living around campus, not in the campus, just outside.
And did you know anybody before coming here?
No, I don't. I didn't know anyone.
So you straight away came here as a student and you
Yes.
started your life here.
Yes.
And what made you stay? Because I assume you're staying here.
Yeah. What made me stay was the thing research I was doing. It was really interesting for me, and like everyone like I know have to do part time because I didn't have to do part time. I was getting money from the college to maintain my living expenses and everything, and I was interested in that subject. And at the same time, I was continuing with other passions and professions as well. So yeah, that was quite interesting. So I stayed.
And do you remember anything interesting or funny from during your student days here?
My student days were limited till 2020 March because the university closed after that.
Oh,
For 1.5 years, we were just
so
staying
you were
from
like
home.
online.
Yeah, yeah.
And how was that? Like, was that hard?
Yeah, it was not exactly hard. It was easier actually, but the face-to-face interaction would have been better because
Yeah.
I was researching and I needed subjects to perform that, like to dance for that software and everything because it was a dance learning software.
Right.
So yeah, there were restrictions, but it was manageable. Yeah.
Was it isolating, or did you have like friends or cohort that you kind of isolated with?
I at that time we were not able to meet friends that much because for 1 year everything was in lockdown.
Right, but there was a time like you can stay with like 5 people or 15 people. Did you have like some cohorts or some friends that you were in
Yeah,
touch with?
I used to.
Otherwise,
stay
it is very
with, yeah, I
isolating.
stayed with 2 or 3 people, so yeah, we enjoyed among ourselves only.
So, when did you graduate?
I graduated in 2022.
2022.
Yeah.
So, when did you start your modeling career?
Oh, in India, I was also doing that, but not extensively. In Canada, I started in like when I came over here, I just got into an agency and that started the
So,
modeling.
how did you find out about the agency?
Uh, Actually, the agencies, you have to research on them before joining that. I tell them everything about, like I tell people everything about this particular topic, that you have to actually research on agencies before joining, because sometimes they take a lot of money which is not required. Agency always like if you don't have a portfolio, then they will always ask you money for the portfolio. But yeah, if you have a portfolio already, you don't need to pay them. You have, if you have photographs already and in their format, then you don't need to pay them. Sometimes there are hidden fees, like you have to do this classes, you have to do those classes. So there are some issues with some agencies in Calgary itself. Like sometimes they take money in a way which is not required. It's just
Right.
they have opened
Some
a
sort of like
business.
exploitation.
Yeah,
sort of.
exploitation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did-
There are a lot of
because-
agencies. I don't want to take names, but I know a lot of agencies over here that do this kind of things.
When you were so because you were also had some experience in modeling in India, did it help? Like because you knew what to look for, you probably already had a portfolio when you came here.
I had pictures, but yeah, I had to make a portfolio over here again. But at the time I was in college and it was COVID, so I had a lot of time in hand. So I just like where I worked with photographers. There are a lot of photographers who you can connect to. You can work with them. So I made I didn't spend any money for my portfolio. I worked with my portfolio in that way only.
Nice. So, so you contacted the agency, and then what happened?
So when you contact the agency, they will ask you to make a portfolio, and they will hire a photographer. They will hire maybe a makeup artist. I don't know. Like sometimes they hire, sometimes they don't, and they will send you a quote that okay, you have to pay this money for your portfolio, and you have to pay that. Otherwise, you have to get your photos done from outside. But it depends on them whether they will accept that or not.
Right.
Yeah, it's
I
their
mean,
business.
they would want you to do that,
Yeah, to
right?
do with them. Yeah.
And then, like, what was your first break?
So, so yeah, like that is quite funny. Um, I did a like there was a underwear this campaign, and there was a like its name was Devon and Long. It was launching. It was his first launch. So that was my first advertisement, and after that, like I got to work with a lot of other things, like other good companies like Calgary Zoological Society, Avenue Magazine, then a lot of publications as well, and such.
And then, when did you start dancing? Because you also perform as like you are part of a dance group, is it?
Yes, I am part of Nrityangan, which is led by Pinky.
Nrityangan.
Nrityangan. Yeah, it's led by Pinky. It has like we are a versatile dance group. Like sometimes we do classical, sometimes we do hip hop, and the people who are doing there, they're all trained dancers, most of them. So yeah, it's fun. It's fun. Definitely, it's a lot of fun.
So, do you guys like perform at events or whoever? Like, are you people ask you to perform for events and other things?
Yes. We do perform a lot in events, and people also ask us to perform sometimes. Um, Recently, we have some event coming up as well, which we are organizing ourselves. It's the Valentine's night. Entertainment ki raat, we have named it, and we would be
Who's doing that? Are you guys hosting that event?
Yes, it's actually hosted by our dance lead, whose name is Pinky. But we are all actively helping her.
So I went through your Instagram account, and it's Suvo_Neil, correct?
Yeah.
And you have been featured in lots of magazines, fashion magazines. So your modeling career kind of took off after that. Would you say that?
Oh yeah, when my modeling career took off, then I got published actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely it helped. Definitely it helped. The
There was an
publications
interview
actually.
also in the
Yeah.
Bold magazine.
Yeah, there were a couple of interviews like Bold magazine and also some other. I don't remember even the magazine names actually, but yeah, there are 2 or 3 places where my interview got published.
And are these local magazines or like fashion magazines? What? Because I have no idea what these magazines are. That's why I'm asking.
No, most of them are international. Like some of them are US based, some are Europe based. So yeah.
The platform for brown people or any ethnicity right now is much more accepting today versus like 10 years or 20 years ago. Would you agree
Um,
or no?
it's sometimes accepting. It's sometimes because there has been the movements about people of color. But yeah, I think the society is still struggling to accept the brown people in these fields. Especially in modeling, I have seen a lot of incidents because I have worked with fashion houses and international fashion weeks and fashion houses, and I have seen a lot of discrimination. So I think society is still struggling to accept uh, this brown image of
Yeah.
people. And like recently I have put one on Instagram as well. Like I was featured in Calgary Zoological Society's website, and people were commenting like green card marriage. so
The wedding shoot that you
yeah,
did for the Zoological Society.
yeah, and people were commenting like green card. There were laughing reactions of people. So
At
yeah.
least they should have said PR card marriage.
Yeah. Yeah. So like yeah, there
you-
is restriction.
During your, like, as you said, you have seen and faced many incidences. Is there something that comes to mind that you want to share or?
Oh, that this is one incident that I shared actually, and there are other incidences as well. Like when I went to Vancouver Fashion Week, as well. I was the only brown male model there, and there was like people were not easily selecting me for that because the way the white models were getting selected, we were not getting selected the same way. I would say that like white, brown, and the black models, both like male models, there is cutthroat competition over there because like people go there and
Right.
they have to stand in line to get selected by the fashion designers. But yeah, there is this diaspora as well. So people don't accept the brown face easily over there, and I have been even advised a lot of surgeries, like do this, do that to your face, do this, and then
So basically, remove as much as brownness as you have,
yeah,
right? Like become more
yeah. I
white.
remember there was one agent from Milan Fashion Week over there in Faces West Vancouver. I went there, and she advised me that you have to get your face a bit more pointed, and like you have to get your cheeks and do some work on your face and then come back.
Okay. Right now, you're balancing two careers, right?
Mm.
How are you able to do that? Because not, and it's not just two careers actually. It's modeling, it's dance, it's music, it's fashion. You're also an Instagrammer, and you have quite a few following. Like you have 16,000 something followers. How are you balancing that with your also day job?
So I work a 9 to 5 job, 9 to 6 actually. So after that, whatever time I get, I invest in these things. Like after 9 to 6, if I don't have dance, I go for workout, gym, and if I have to dance rehearsals, then I have to go there. And fashion shoots, mostly I do. Like when I was in college, I used to do a lot because I had that bandwidth, and most of the fashion shoots occur during weekdays in the mornings or
Right.
afternoons and such. So now I whatever comes in weekends I do that. And regarding dance performances, everything, like most of my engagement is on the weekends or after 6, so like that.
So you have like a very full weekdays and weekends.
Yeah, sometimes full, sometimes yes.
Or younger generation now, if they want to go into modeling as a brown person, they want to go into modeling or any other art form, do you advise them to just dive into it and give it your all, or do you advise them to have a backup plan or have education to fall back on when if this doesn't work out? Can you make a full-time living just being a model actor influencer?
Being keeping a full-time living, being a model is I think is not that easy, because every model once they cross 25 or 30, they have a backup business, like they where they get the money from, because modeling does not pay so much. Like if you get a contract, that's fine, like but it's not stable income. Like at times you can be out of jobs or something. So I think everyone should have a backup.
And how much does, like, I know like supermodels and top models earn a lot of money, but how much can somebody who's just starting can make? Do we want to talk about that, or?
It depends actually. Like there are various various scenarios, but I think starting he will not get that much jobs. Obviously, once he becomes experienced, he will be able to get more and more jobs. And also the age thing is important.
Right. So
Like
you think like the younger, and as you get older, the opportunities
yeah,
reduces?
definitely modeling it happens.
Modeling it happens. Okay.
Yeah, in as you grow older, the opportunity definitely is less. And then
So most of the people that you know who is doing modeling as a career, you're saying that they have some sort of second income.
yes, most of the models I know have a second backup plan. Either they're into business, or they're working, or they're doing something.
Okay. And what should people, so if somebody wants to try that, even for child models or teen models, how do they research about an agency? Like what do they need to find out before they feel like, because there is a lot of exploitation, I assume, right? At least I hear about it, that there is exploitation, and not just in industry, just with Instagram and IT, the technology, there is exploitation everywhere. People are there to scam you.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
how do you filter through that and like have your trust that this is a proper agency?
Definitely. I think maybe talk to people who are there in their agency, who are there in that agency, and like connect to them through Instagram, and see like what they say about their agency, and then like then you have to like trust your instinct to some extent. And actually and the amount of money they ask you, that is also an important thing. So mostly 3 points. Firstly, you need to like research yourself. Then you need to talk. Second point is you need to talk to people who are there in that agency. And the third thing is that how much money they are asking you. Just like research about that, if you can
So,
get
for
that.
example, like
Yeah,
what would be a ballpark money they'll ask,
they
which
ask.
is like in a range, like is something that you'll think, yeah, this is okay, and then this is too much. What would be that?
Initially, they would ask $400 to $500
Okay.
for portfolio, and in addition to that, they would ask you to do certain classes. So that would be like around $200 to $300. Then they can ask for a website registration fee. Uh, so there is no end
There's
to
no
their
end.
asks.
So what are some red flags to watch for?
Red flags, you will get to know when you talk to people in that agency. And the other thing is that like if they're asking for too much money from you, that is definitely a red flag, because they will take the money and then they will not give you the work. So
Right.
there is no benefit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that is the thing you should watch out for, like what kind of work they're giving to the people. So when you talk to people who are in that agency, you should ask like how much work do you get from that agency, like those things.
And who is back home? Like who all are there in your family?
Okay, my mother is there, and my sister.
Yes, is she younger or older?
Oh, she's older, she has a kid.
She's a kid, and they are back in India.
Yes, they're back in India.
Has she visited you after you've moved here yet?
No, she hasn't visited till now, but she will soon.
She must be very proud to see you flourishing, like with all those different, not just like in your career, but art forms and things that you're doing.
Yeah.
How I have another question that actually our crew Arav wanted to ask. Like, how did you grow your Instagram follower?
Oh, okay. I have been doing Instagram a lot since I was in college.
Okay,
So that way it it gradually grew.
so you have
Uh,
been doing that for a long time,
yeah, for quite
consistently.
some time. Yeah, I have been doing that for quite some time, like 5 to 7 years, yeah, I think. I will not say it's something I do, um, but yeah, I take care of my health a lot,
Mhm.
because that is very important. And
It comes with the if you want to do modeling and dancing, you have to stay
yeah,
fit
you
as well,
have to
right?
stay fit, right? Right. So I take care of my health. I work out regularly. I take care of my diet.
And what's your diet like?
So
Do you follow some sort of high protein or like intermittent fasting? Like, what do you do?
I follow less carb, more protein diet.
Okay.
Yeah. So I reduce my carbs and I increase my protein intake. So that's the kind of diet I follow.
So, do you indulge ever? Like, is it like normal people will be like, okay, Diwali, I gained 5 kilos or 5 pounds, maybe not 5 kilos, and then by Jan Feb I have to get back, sort of thing. Do you try to keep it consistent throughout?
I try to keep it consistent. I try to keep it consistent always.
So it's like part of your lifestyle now. It's
Yeah.
not like you have a shoot and you have to look certain way, so you're trying to do it, or you do that also.
Yeah, before shoots, that is a bit strict. But if you are doing body shoots specifically, but otherwise, I try to make it consistent.
Like it's been what I think 6th year now in Calgary.
Yeah, yeah.
And what were your influences and who are your role models?
Um, my role model has always been my father and mother. So they have been and they will always be my role model.
Is it your mom that pushed you into like trying different things
Yes, yes, yes,
and you
yes.
said she's also a very good singer, right?
Yeah, yeah. She's also a very good singer.
We have Arlo here again.
Yeah.
Guest appearance. And what about here? Do you have any role models or like any influences in here when you came here?
I would say my dance teacher Sonali Joglekar. I learned Kathak from her. She has been a great influence. Then the person I dance with, the person who I am part of, like part of her, I am part of someone's troupe. Her name is Pinky Nritangan. So definitely we get to enjoy. We get to learn a lot from her, and being in her troupe, it's also it's also a very nice experience because I'm a dance lover, so I get to dance in
It's also like
different,
community and
yeah, yeah,
like friendships.
friendships and everything. So
Did you get into interested into classical? So you have done ballet, you have done other
contemporary.
contemporary dance forms. What makes you go into classical dance forms now?
Okay, since long I have this thing in me to learn classical dance, but I never could venture into that because I was occupied in all of these things, contemporary ballet. So that I didn't have time to learn this. But when after coming over here, so I heard from someone that there is someone named Sonali Joglekar, who is my guru, and she's teaching classical Kathak, and she teaches in on like we give exams and everything.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, she teaches in the most authentic way, and she tells us about the history and everything.
Oh,
So
nice.
it's
And where
very
is her
knowledgeable.
dance class? Like, with,
It's it's in near Fish Creek. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, so I wanted to learn from her, and I went to her class, and after that it started.
nice. So maybe one day we'll see you the Ranveer Singh performance with the Kathak thing in one
Yeah.
of the events. We would love to see that.
I have done performance in Kathak in many events.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, yeah. I have done Kathak in many events.
Nice.
Yeah.
And do you do it with a partner, solo, or
I do solo. I do with partner as well. Both.
oh,
I do
we'll love
with
to
group
see some
as well.
videos of that.
Definitely.
I love the Kathak dance form. What is your future aspirants? Like, what are you looking forward to? What are you working towards?
Um, In future, I would I have a event planning business actually, which I used to do, but then I stopped because I wanted to concentrate more on. There were other things, priorities which I had to concentrate on. So maybe I would like to do more of that after I get a little bit more settled. That's one thing I would like to do, and the second thing is I'd like to complete the course of Kathak which I'm doing. I mean, currently
How many years will it be? Like since when did you start? And
I started in 2021,
Mhm.
and it has been 4 years almost. So it will take like it's like almost 8 years we have to do.
Okay.
8 to 10 years, I guess.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And what sort of event planning?
Oh, we do all kinds of events like you say it like Halloween events, fashion events, then marriage ceremonies, everything.
What are your plans for this Valentine then?
Oh, we have to like our event is on 15th, so we have to rehearse on 14th. That is my plan.
So your event is on 15, and can you tell the name of the event again?
It's Entertainment Kirat.
Entertainment Kirat. And what are you guys planning to do there? Like, what can people expect?
Okay, people can expect a lot of dance performances, a lot of singing performances, and a lot of enjoyment.
Okay, so this is some fun and light-hearted questions here. Um, if you could choose only one thing between tech, modeling, dancing, acting, what would you choose and why?
Um, I would choose maybe dancing because I love dance more. So, yeah, like I would like to continue with dancing.
And do you have like a go-to dance move when you are like dancing in a group? Like everybody has like a. Do you have any go-to dance move?
I do classical Kathak turns.
So just like
Yeah,
circles. Okay.
turns.
Um, what is one thing people would be surprised to learn about you? I would say that his whole resume is very surprising because it's just too many things that one person is doing. But still, what do you think?
Like yeah, I do singing and guitar. That attracts a lot of people. Yeah.
So it makes you the popular guy. Are you a tea drinker or coffee drinker?
Tea.
Tea.
Yeah.
What is your so we actually have tea here. Okay, it's getting cold, but we'll warm it up and drink later. What is your basic fashion style?
Okay. Basic fashion style is like a
Like, yeah,
jacket and jeans, like,
jacket,
or denim. Like
denim.
now I'm wearing black jacket.
Yeah.
So this is my style right now. Like yeah.
How will you dress if you want to be fancy?
Oh, it depends on the occasion, and it depends on a lot of things. Like I generally mix and match from my wardrobe.
What would you wear on a date?
Oh, I would probably wear a jacket and jeans. I would like to. I won't overdo it with a suit and
To
everything with
stay
some
like
people.
casual.
Yeah, I'd just wear like if it's summer, then I would wear a shirt or a t-shirt and pants and like and a jeans. And normally, if it's winter, then maybe a jacket and jeans.
Is there any dream of yours that you would manifesting that you want to be fulfilled?
Yeah, I would like to get featured in Harper's Bazaar or
Uh-huh.
Vogue someday. So that's a dream that I'm manifesting, but I don't know if it would happen, but definitely
No, if
there
you
is a wish.
strongly manifest, and we will say amen to that. Hopefully you will get featured in Vogue and Harper Bazaar, and then we will say that you were a guest in our podcast. What was your biggest struggle by after coming to Canada has been?
Um, so I used to really struggle with the cold, so that's one of the biggest struggles. And like staying out of, I have never stayed out of India, so staying out of India, making new friends, so that has also been a struggle. Like and then the modeling, getting into a proper agency, getting work. So yeah, struggle is everywhere. But yeah, the cold has been a big struggle for me.
Do you have any vision for your Instagram channel?
Yeah, I definitely would like to pursue that a bit more. But I don't find much time to do that. But like before, I used to find a lot of time, but now due to work and dance and all these commitments, I'm just struggling to find some time to grow my Instagram. But yeah, definitely there is this wish to grow my Instagram.
Is there any brand or any that you would like to collaborate with? Like, do you have a wish list?
Um, oh, I don't at this. Maybe Calvin Klein sometime. Yeah.
Well, all the best for wish you all the best for that.
Thank you.
For this section, I will invite my friend Ridla, and she will talk to you about few things that your friends have said, and then you have to guess who it is from.
Okay.
Hi Neil.
Hi.
Interview is going really good. And one thing I noticed, which I want to mention here, that when you mention your teacher name, guru name, you touch your ear. That is very Indian thing. Whenever somebody says something about this classical learning, or they touch their ear. So that's what you did. Okay. So Neil, you have to guess who has said that. So we haven't known each other for a long time, but it's been enough time for it be evident to me that how talented you are and your eye for fashion, and you are always there, like you always want to grow and learn more. So you know who has said that to you, or whose message?
Maybe Romit.
Oh yeah, you are right. You know your friend. Good, good. And the second one is Suvojit is an amazing and talented dancer and an equally amazing friend. I was new to Calgary and he was the one who involved me in Nityangan dance class and by Pinky, and I am forever grateful to him for bringing me to this back to my passion after
This.
she's I guess
No.
Baishakhi.
Oh, okay.
Suvojit, it was lovely to talk to you today. Your journey is very interesting and inspiring, and I'm actually very inspired by you. Before we close, I want to ask you one thing, because you are much younger than me, and you have come to Calgary now. What do you see different in the people of your generation or like younger generation now?
This is a funny thing. You should always text people before calling them. So that's the thing I have observed. Like people don't receive our calls. Like
Is
it's
that
more
the
into
new
texting.
generation?
Yeah,
Like,
it's
this is I tell that to my daughter. I don't know, she's texting constantly, and I'm like, why can't you just call? It saves so much time. And she's like, no, mama, it doesn't work that way. So
yeah.
is that your generation, like, or younger generation?
Hey, it's younger generation, our generation, every generation right now.
Every generation right now. So they prefer texting.
Yeah,
And not calling.
prefer texting. Yeah.
Is there anything else? What about like the dating life, or like perception to marriage? Like people are waiting to get married these days. They're getting married late. They are also like, how's dating changed? Or
Yeah, dating has definitely changed. Like, um, it's like people before were interested to find a permanent partner, um, but now everything is temporary. Right now, like people are struggling to find permanent partners at this time.
do they want to, or they have like don't want to put that much effort? Like, what is it?
Yeah, sometimes they don't want to, and like most of the times, it's like they don't want to put that much effort.
Would you like to have, like, would you in future sometimes prefer to have somebody by your side?
Yeah, definitely.
And we'll manifest that for you. So, Subhajit, it was very lovely talking to you. I learned so much about you and also about your journey. And I hope it was as fun for you as it was for me.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much for inviting. It has been a great experience.
So, we have some very small things for you, just a token of appreciation.
Is a coffee hamper with coffee with me.
It's chai time.
Chai with
Chai
me,
pe
yeah.
chacha.
That's nice. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And for everybody listening, please tune in. Please post your questions. We will post the link to Subhajit's Instagram. Follow him there, follow us here, and please subscribe and share. Thank you.